G'day guys, as you already know, my name is Lord Tomo, and we have the little bluester here, Sonic the Hedgehog. As you can probably read from the title, it is the announcement of the winners, or the winner of the Sonic the Hedgehog competition. Now, it was extremely interesting to watch videos, read comments, read emails and all that sort of stuff. So first and foremost, I'd like to give a warm thank you to everybody who entered and partook in this competition. It's competitions and people like you that obviously make me want to do more, simply because you put so much work in it and there's obviously passion in your heart enough to want to enter, and you obviously like the fandom Sonic the Hedgehog. Why wouldn't you? I'm impressed just as much as you, and I'm really thankful that you guys obviously partook it. Now, before we get into the actual competitions and whatnot, I'd like to make a special thanks to a YouTuber by the name of Sonic McFly, I think that's how you pronounce it, of his entry. First and foremost, he's more or less a runner-up, as you can call it that. His character, a little overpowered, in my personal opinion, but he did enter, and I do thank him for that. I just felt that with an overpowered character, this kind of makes the whole Sonic universe mundane, kind of makes the whole universe kind of obsolete in a way. It's like, you have a powerful character, he destroys the world, congratulations to the winner. You know, you got to have the pros and cons of stuff, so, you know, gotta give to that. That's more or less my take on the universe in the Sonic world. You can't have too much of a powerful character and too much of a weak character, etc, etc. So Sonic McFly, thank you for entering. Unfortunately, he didn't win. Now, as you probably already know, this is the prize, or was the prize, or is the prize. Actually, still is the prize. What am I saying? It's still the actual Sonic the Hedgehog Sonic Water Wizard prize. This is still obviously the prize for the winner. However, there have been 3 YouTubers who went beyond the call of duty, pardon the pun of the game, but they actually went that extra mile to really, you know, push that extra mile of the actual item itself, or not item, but the actual character themselves. And I was exceptionally impressed with all 3. I actually spent, you know, I did get a late entry-ish, obviously overlooked that, but yeah, all 3 entries were exceptionally impressive. I was exceptionally impressed with the quality of entry, and I was sitting there, I was just like, oh come on, you know, have one prize amongst all these people that entered, and there's 3 that stood out. Gotta meet somebody the middle way. So I will advise you more or less on how I did it. I did it as a first, second, third prize. There's going to be a first prize, a second prize, and third prize, because come on, I couldn't, you know. So the first prize is still this item, and you get obviously a, you know, cup, Sonic the Hedgehog cup, that was obviously released in Australia as more or less a promotional thing for, you know, Federation. So this is the actual first prize, which is still going to be the first prize. You still get that, you still get that. That's the first prize. The second prize, in terms of it, is these little Gotcham balls. Now, the actual Gotcham balls, you have one which is obviously Shadow the Hedgehog, and the second one which is the Werehog, Sonic the Werehog. So that's going to be prize 2. Now prize 3 obviously is just the Sonic the Hedgehog issue 238 direct edition comic. So this is going to be third prize. Direct edition has its worth and merit depending on, obviously, I read comics, so if you know anything about direct editions, you know what I'm talking about. So these are the 3 prizes. Obviously first, the ball, second, and the actual comic. So starting at third place. Third place, I'm gonna have to give it to Sonic and Shadow for the win. Now I will link all the people's, you know, videos in the description, so I want you to check them out. You win actual third prize simply because your character is very unique, and the actual storyline behind it is pretty awesome. Basically, you can look at his, oh, he won't actually have any description, but I'll give it the description that he gave me is the actual character itself is called Stereo the Hedgehog. He's 17 years old, whose parents were both killed by Dr. Eggman in the Genesis arc when he was 12 years old. Now, just before Sonic had induced his cow, or included his Chaos Control, I'm reading his description, mind you, the one that he gave him. He had water powers. He was given water powers, unlike his parents, including having the unlimited, you know, underwater air, matchable swimming skills, and shooting water from his body. Pretty impressive. He is a good friend with Sonic the Hedgehog and Silver the Hedgehog, and often helps the freedom fighters. Stereo can never be robotized due to Eggman killing his parents. Stereo and Eggman are enemies. Stereo is also the last of his kind, a water hedgehog. I enjoyed it. because he's a water hedgehog. That's new, never seen before, and obviously of his powers, you know, a little overpowered, but you know, it kind of works. Doesn't really outline too much of the obviously the what's the wording for it, the negative effects, which is alright, I suppose. It's decent. I'm not going to complain about that. The reason why I decided to pick him third is because his character, mind you, is impressive. You can check out his video down there. He doesn't really give the feel of the actual character itself, as in he's able to shoot water out of his body, yet I can't really see that in the picture as such, so it's kind of like a mismatch in a way. The story is awesome, the character is awesome, but they kind of don't unify with one another, so that's kind of the reason why I'm giving you third place, which is still a decent prize, you know, but yeah, that's third place. Second place, I'm gonna have to give it to a YouTuber by the name of Sonic Speed 102. If I pronounce that right, you will get these two little gotcha balls, one with both of them, but one has a Werehog and one has Shadow the Hedgehog. So you get this as a second prize, which is impressive. The reason I decided to, her character, if I pronounce this right, mind you, I do apologize, is Sinya? I think that's how it's pronounced. Basically, it's a guardian, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to paraphrase this as much as possible. Cynthia is the princess of a water palace in Paris, but can breathe water. 19 years ago, her parents gave her the power of life. She was determined to find more than water. Later, she met Sonic. Pretty much, she was given the gift of water. I'll give you a link of her thing. You can check it out too. Pretty impressive, pretty interesting bio. I do like it. I kind of find it interesting that she's a 1,000-year-old, you know, bunny. But hey, that's more or less what it is. Nonetheless, it was impressive, and obviously she has the abilities. She can make her hair grow and whip people with it and breathe water and create life to death. So she's kind of an Omigod, if you can call it that, with the abilities of water, which is impressive. Once again, the reason I gave you the second prize opposed to the first or third is simply because though the character and the bias were both equally unique, I couldn't really get the vibe out of the character as much. She's able to shoot water, yet I couldn't get the vibe out of the actual picture. Mind you, the picture was decent, better than what I can do for sure. So yeah, so you get the second prize, which is, you know, impressive in its own. And lastly, first prize, you get obviously this little cup with Sonic the Hedgehog and obviously the thing. This person I was thoroughly impressed with. Her name is, or her YouTube name is Silver Shadow Moon. I was taken away by this in levels beyond imagination, in creativity and just the works. The reason why her character is called Project Gil. Once again, I will link her video. You can check it out for yourself. I'm sure we can all meet in the same page there. She's quite impressive. Her character more or less is, if I'm not mistaken, she was created by Dr. Eggman. I'm paraphrasing, it's been a while since I looked at it. I think it was created by Dr. Eggman, and he can bend water, kind of like a water bender of sorts, and he can manipulate the water and that sort of. And what pretty much sold me on this character is she was able to, her weakness, or the character's weakness, the character's name is Project Gil, but her character's weakness was the sun. So kind of like he's a ninja of sorts character, going in the, that's how I'm envisioning this, by the way. I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong at any stage. Kind of a ninja character fighting Sonic in the darkness, using that against him, etc., because the sun is his weakness, so he can bend water. Extremely impressive. The bias of the story is, though basic, it does match the character, and that to me pretty much sold me on the actual thing, really. So congratulations to all three people. I will be contacting you, and you'll be obviously, you know, giving me details so I can send you out these cool prizes and whatnot. So we're going to put these prizes aside just for now, because I'm going to be showing you, and put Sonic aside, I'm going to be showing you the prizes of next, well, not next week, but the next competition. This is going to be one of the competitions. Is a limited edition Shadow the Hedgehog. I can open this. Remote control. I do have another one. This is just my second one. So this is one of the prizes I'm going to be giving out. It's an actual remote control for the PlayStation 2. Great collector's piece, in almost near mint perfect condition. Obviously there's a few scratches in there, but you know, it's a pretty, there's like a dent there, but it still works, brand new. Everything is intact. Exceptionally well, beautiful remote. So this is going to be one of the prizes of one of my competitions. This is going to be obviously the major prize. This is worth quite a lot. So there's that. And if you guys saw my previous review, refer to the Sonic X sort of thing, and this is the complete base set of the Sonic X from Sega Toys review. So you get all the characters except the 2 hidden characters, which is Silver Sonic and and Gold Sonic. You get the base characters, Sonic, Tails, Amy, Robotnik, Boko, Decoy, Chow, Cream, Big the Cat. If I miss any, please correct me if wrong. So yeah, so there are prizes to look for in the future. I will be giving them out eventually when I make a new competition. But till then, just look out for that. Check out, popping every now and then. So yeah. So once again, guys, congratulations on the entries. Thank you once again for actually partaking in this. Until next time, guys, speed on.